It seems like each and every day, or each and every week at least, there's a story that's out there about whether it's the high school level, collegiate level, or even sometimes professional level of biological men who decide, you know what? I think it's going to be a little bit easier if I identify as a woman. And they maybe come back a year later and dominate. Shockingly, that's exactly what we're seeing again when it comes to a sport. Right here from the Post-Millennial, trans runner shatters women's sprinting record only 1 year after earning 19th place in the male competition. So you've got a dude who comes in 19th place, and I think it was the 300 meters. I think that's what it was. All of a sudden decides, you know what? I think things will be a little bit easier if I grow my hair out and identify and put some lipstick on. And that's exactly what happened. Outrage ensued after a trans-identified biological male shattered the 300-meter women's track record at the Rochester Institute of Technology. The transgender student only recently began competing in the women's division, and the victory has sparked widespread indignation. Sadie Schreiner, formerly known as Camden, set a new record at the collegiate track and field competition at Nazareth University. Schreiner dominated female competitors in the 300-meter race, coming in at 41.8 seconds. Schreiner reportedly competed the same meet a year ago in the men's category of 100 meters, where she came home in 19th place. This is a quote from the Daily Mail. Absolutely destroyed these other women, basically by a second, which is a lot in track and field. But this just continues to happen at every single level where it's allowed to happen. You see this. You see people that are unremarkable in every way competing as males. Obviously, you're competing at collegiate level, so it's not like you're an average in the entire thing. But in terms of male athletes, your average is shit. And then you snap your fingers, identify as a woman, and a year later, you're setting women's records. It's pathetic.
It's gross, man. It's gross. It's just, they're erasing all of women's histories. Like, you know, this is going down in a records book. Like, until they actually, like, decide in however many years' time that we need to go back and rewrite the records book and, you know, put asterisks on this or just completely fucking ignored it all, this is ruining women's sports.
I mean, it is, man. I mean, this person did, at best, 19th on the men's side. That's not even average. That you just straight up suck. Biology is a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
And for something that they say is not happening, it seems to be happening quite a bit.
Yeah, this time in the same meet, basically, Schreiner's 300-meter time is the equivalent to a 41st place finish in the men's category.
Wow.
That's where it would be, right? But that's what's happening. Men coming in and dominating women's sports. So it takes people like Riley Gaines and other females in the space to actually stand up for this shit. We can only bitch about it so much, right? It takes the actual women that are there with this biological man. It takes them standing up for themselves, maybe even refusing to compete with somebody like this for things to actually happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because like Beardo said, you have women's records that are being broken. Women's history is being erased because biological men are coming in and dominating. Average men are coming in and dominating women's sports.